What's going on, guys? Fun with Knives back again, and I got the second unboxing video for you today. I mentioned in my last video, the unboxing of the Kershaw Flourish, that I had a second knife to show you, and this one is actually purchased by my parents, so I can't thank them enough. This was an awesome surprise gift, just came out of nowhere, and it's a knife that I've been wanting for a long time. You saw the title. This is the Tops Scandi Woodsman. Now, this might seem like an odd choice for me, something that I really like, because I don't think I've ever had a Scandinavian ground knife before. And obviously with a Tops knife, you get the certificate of authenticity and the Tops knife whistle that comes with nearly every knife. I think it's every knife. And it's in a plastic sleeve rather than a box, although I heard that Tops Knives is using some boxes now. But that aside, this is the beautiful blade designed by Leo Espinoza, if I'm not mistaken, that I got. And guys, I think this is going to be yet another favorite of mine, not only because of Tops, not only because it's built superbly well in the USA, because the design is just exquisite. That's the word I'm looking for. But I'll just show you guys the features. I mentioned in my last unboxing video, I'm not going to give you guys the specs and bore you with a whole bunch of features that you're not really looking for until the review, until I've carried and used the knife. So this is my first Tops knife with a leather sheath. In fact, I think this is my first knife with a genuine leather sheath. And it's made out of US steer hide. It's got one snap button to go over your belt or over your bag or wherever you're going to use this on. And the fit is nice and snug. You can see here, I can shake it, and that's not going to come out of just a friction leather sheath, which is awesome. So the sheath is pretty cool. It's only going to be carried in a vertical manner. It's not set up for any sort of scout carry unless you ran some paracord or something extra. But I dig the sheath, and you can see here, Tops kind of embossed into that leather. Super heavy duty stitching, just like everything they do. It's nice and heavy duty. That snap, got a lot of positive click to it. So the sheath I love. And here's the blade. So this is, to my knowledge, a modified Scandi grind. So Scandi grind, it's going to have a 0-degree bevel, and that's why it's raised up so high. I'm not going to get into all of it because I'm going to end up saying something wrong and be corrected by 100 people in the comments. But I get why Scandi grind knives are so popular. They're very good at wood processing, so a lot of bushcraft type people like them. Obviously, this is kind of one of those knives called the Woodsman. Honestly, this is designed with a lot of hunting, fishing, and that sort of thing in mind. To me, this is going to be either an everyday carry fixed blade or a day hike fixed blade, which I do a whole lot of both, EDCing fixed blades and a whole lot of day hikes, so I think this is going to be carried quite frequently. But instead of the normal Scandi grind, this has a slight secondary bevel. I don't know if you guys can see that. Just like all of my Tops knives previously, the bevel is perfect. It's supremely sharp, and whoever's sharpening their knives and grinding and doing all the hand work at Tops knives, they're doing an awesome job because this thing is sweet. So you can see here that grind's going about, I don't know, a third of the way up the blade, and then you have a nice, what do they call this finish? The tumbled finish? Kind of that acid stonewash look on the rest of the blade. It is full tang all the way through. You can see here, made in the USA, proudly displayed on that side, and then Scandi Woodsman for a Scandi ground knife, and this is a Woodsman's knife. The Tops logo here, and I think that's the model number. Then you have your tan canvas micarta handle scales here, which I love micarta for a handle scale. In fact, it's my favorite material for fixed blades, with aluminum titanium being for the folders. Micarta, either canvas like this or linen micarta, are definitely the best, in my opinion, for fixed blades. So you can see you have your white liners like a lot of Tops knives have. I believe that's a Fibrox material. And then you got some ridges here in the back to kind of locate your hand. Great jimping up on top, really locates your thumb. Huge finger choil here. Nice flowing design. It just feels safe to use and really effective to cut with. I really can't describe how this feels until you guys get this in hand. The scales really make this knife, I mean, they look a little small. When I was looking at this knife, I was worried that it was going to be really uncomfortable to hold, but somehow Leo Espinoza really designed these scales, although small, to really fill up your palm. And there's a little bit of hills and valleys to them around these screws or these pins that are holding them together, but I mean, just expertly done. Fit and finish is, as you'd expect, nearly perfect from tops, just like all of my other knives. And then you're rounding out the end of the knife with a small lanyard hole. So I'm really excited about this one, guys. I just unboxed this knife, this Kershaw Flourish, and I like it. I'm excited for it, but I don't have that same level of excitement as I do for this one. I feel like this knife, once I get some use on it, once I take it on a couple of ventures, is going to quickly be added to, once I do the review on it, obviously, that video is going to be quickly added to my favorite playlist, which is pretty much all the tops knives that I've had to date. So I'm excited for this one, guys. I mean, it's not a knife that I thought I'd ever really like, but once I got it in hand, I knew I was going to love it. So thanks for watching. As always, guys, I appreciate you taking a look at these knives with me as well. Something to note too, almost 6 minutes in, I want to end this video. The leather sheath is leaving behind some black, I don't know, substance of the inside of it onto the tan canvas micarta scales. I'm sure that'll wash out or rub out if I really get on it. But just something to note, if you guys have a leather sheath knife, because like I said, this is my very first one, but if it's a genuine leather sheath, does this happen to all of your knives? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. I'm sure it'll wash out, like I said, but just something to note if you guys are looking into the Scandi Woodsman. I think these tan canvas micarta scales are going to get some of that black coloration on them. So thanks for watching, guys, and remember, have fun with your knives.